to the weekly update. We've been moving tanks around all morning. We got in, I think, 10 or 15 new tanks today. We've been selling a lot of tanks, which is a little abnormal for this time of year, but we've been getting really good prices on them and extending them. So if your summer vacation has already happened and you're back home and you're looking for a new project, hobby, or any of the above, I would seriously suggest coming down here and checking out not only the pricing, but a couple of the new tanks we just got in stock. Okay, so I talked a couple videos ago about installing a peninsula aquarium. We just got this in not too long ago, and Andrew and I are going to do it for an upcoming video short of how to install a Pro Clear aquarium, and we're going to use this peninsula. And we're going to set it up in the store, and you're going to have a chance to buy it custom designed. So, real quick, this is my little ad within an ad. The Columbia City water right now is not so great. It's fine for human consumption, but with the addition of copper sulfate that's currently being added to it, it is not so good for your fish, your inverts, your live plants, or anything else that would be living in your aquarium. So it strongly suggests right now, regardless of the water source you choose, I wouldn't use city water. What I would tell you is, as you can see behind me, we produce our own reverse osmosis water in copious amounts, fresh and salt water. If you're a regular customer, you know that because you regularly bring your jugs in here to get filled up, you can easily come here and get water from us. So if you haven't been using a really good source of water for your aquarium, now is the time to do it. Unexpected problems can certainly come if you're using city water, especially right now, and just in general anyway. So if you are in here and you are using city water or a water source you're not sure of, please talk to one of the associates here about that water source, because it has to do with 90% of the problems that fish have. Before we get into the fish and I send you on to Regan and Kevin, I do want to mention, you've probably seen it on Facebook because it was just posted yesterday, but a brand new and possibly our last shipment of koi for the season. Cat will have to nod whether or not we're sure of that. Are we sure of that? We don't know yet. But this could be our last shipment, and we've got probably the nicest koi we've gotten all year. So if you are trying to stock your pond, you just want one or two extra ones, there's a lot of color choices that we haven't had in the 3 previous shipments. So now is your chance. This is a great week to come get them. Now, let's get on to Kevin, who's laughing at me over there, and Regan with the update.
Hi, it's Kevin. I'm here to show you some of the best of what we got in this week in freshwater fish. We got in a lot of cool stuff, so let's get started. We got in some bumblebee puffers. These puffers are total freshwater, not brackish at all. They seldom reach over an inch in length. They generally are mild-mannered for a puffer, but use caution choosing tank mates if you do choose to blend them in with other fish. A lot of people like to keep them in a species-only tank for best results. They may still nip at some of your other fish like any other puffer. He looks very angry. This is an electric blue crayfish. Awesome, cool crustacean to have as a pet. Little bit of attitude, but I like it. But do not put them in with your fish unless you've got very fast fish that hug the surface, or fish that you don't cherish too much, because they are omnivores and they may snag a fish or two here and there. Got in some really cute, adorable little Gertrude rainbows. This is a dwarf variety of rainbow. They seldom reach over an inch long. Really cool in large schools in a planted tank. Got in some beautiful powder blue dwarf gouramis. The powder blue dwarfs don't display those red stripes that the common dwarf gourami does, and the blue is much more heavily exaggerated in this fish. Really cool fish to have in any community tank. We got in some nice, really cool albino chocolate plecostomus. These guys usually top out about 7 to 8 inches. They're omnivores. They do like to have their diet supplemented by algae wafers and such. Make sure you do that 2 to 3 times a week. Now, if you remember way back when in the video where I said what my favorite freshwater fish was, if you were paying close attention, you'd notice that I said Geophagus surinamensis. I finally got some in. They are juvenile, so they don't have their full color display yet, but they get beautiful turquoise stripes down, red tails, streamers, very striking fish. They are more of a semi-aggressive cichlid, so they do best in a semi-aggressive tank situation with barbs and the such. A cool little semi-aggressive scavenger fish. We've got the rainbow sharks in. These are juveniles. As they get more mature, they will not like the company of each other too well. They'll mix in with most of your other semi-aggressive fish, but they do best kept singularly. We got in some nice looking opaline gouramis. These have always been one of my all-time favorites because I love the color blue, so I'm a ham. But I really like the pattern on them as well. It's kind of like a snakeskin pattern. These guys can get quite large. They can get up to 5 to 6 inches and sometimes even larger than that. I got in some nice colorful calico ryukins. Ryukins are a high-grade fantail that's bred for a more spherical body shape. And the color pattern on these guys are stellar. You've got purples, reds, oranges, blacks, all kinds of colors to be had in these fish. And not one of them looks exactly alike. We got in some nice mid-sized juvenile arowanas. These are the silver arowanas. These guys are the best arowanas for captivity. They do need a very large tank though, and preferably with large tank mates, but not tank mates that are going to attack them from below because they really can't see below them. They're looking at above them. These guys will become monsters and they can get possibly over 3 feet long, so bear this in mind if you're thinking of keeping one as a pet. We get in some really nice looking medium-sized firemouth miki. These are one of my favorite South American cichlids. They can be sometimes kept with some semi-aggressive fish, but they are a little bit more aggressive, so be cautious what you mix them in with. We got some cute little ember tetras. Probably my favorite little nano fish. These guys are extremely durable despite their very small size. They kind of remind me of a miniature serpe tetra in their appearance. They seldom get over an inch long.
Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to the saltwater section of the weekly update. Again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Regan. I take care of all the saltwater fish here at the store. I got in a lot of cool things, a lot of things too that are of substantial size that we don't really get in at the size that I have them now. So that's super cool. I got in some of my favorite little dotty backs that I will touch on as well. So now let's go take a look and talk about my fish. So I finally got in an emperor angel with its adult colors. I've had a couple that had its juvenile colors and then one that was changing, but these are their true adult colors. They have that beautiful mask on their face, white mouth, and then the yellow and blue stripes and patterns on the rest of their bodies. Now, emperor angels, like all large-bodied angels, are not reef safe, so they do best in a fish-only aquarium where they're not going to eat your fancy corals. But these guys typically can mingle with a lot of other fish-only residents, other angels, groupers, triggers, even tangs as well. So this is a beautiful angel, typically a pretty hardy angel, that do well in fish-only tanks with beautiful colors that will add a lot of activity and personality to your tank. It's been a while since I have had an actual puffy boy in the store, but I do again, and this is a beautiful looking dog face puffer. Remarkable colorations, beautiful sleek body and patterns. This is a picture perfect dog face puffer. Now, dog face puffers definitely need a large aquarium as they will reach about 1 foot in length. These guys also eat inverts, crabs, snails, shrimp, so definitely a fish-only tank for him. Now, puffers have ever-growing beaks, so they need things like crab clusters and clams on the half shell to keep those beaks worn down. so that they don't overgrow. But these guys, puffers, have the best personality of any saltwater fish you can possibly own, and this one is no exception. So this is a beautifully large-sized flamingo tang. We have never had one for sale this large. This is a Fishy Business first. We've never been able to get them in this big, but this is a true large. She is absolutely stunning. You can already see that really nice white color coming out in her tail, and she already has bright purple lips, and she's starting to get those really nice highlighted purple markings on her face around her eyes and right on top of her nose as well. Flamingo tangs are one of the most peaceful tangs you can ever possibly own. They will purposely break up fights between your other tangs, and these guys have even been known to sit in the tank and actually watch TV with you. These guys really learn their people, have phenomenal personalities, phenomenal coloration, and Hayden has a subadult in one of his display tanks, and it is stunning. So if you want a good look at what it will become, definitely stop in and take a look at Hayden's and then take this guy home for yourself. I know I have showed this little guy before, but I'm always going to show him when I have them. This is the bi-colored dotty back. Very similar looking to the Royal Grama. The Royal Grama, though, has more of an ombre colored, but these guys, if he were to turn sideways, you'd see that he has a distinct straight line between, there he goes, between his purple fuchsia color and his yellow. Now, dotty backs in general can be a little bit on the aggressive side, although these bicolor dotty backs I personally have not ever had an aggression issue with, and I've kept them with a lot of other things as well. They stay really small, they make a great reef fish, and will mingle in and out of the rocks. Make sure you don't have any other dotty backs in the tank, as he does not play well with other dotty backs, but other than that, this bicolor would be an excellent addition to your tank. Speaking of dotty backs, this is the neon dotty back. This guy is for sure going to be more aggressive. This guy can be an absolute jerk. So definitely want to house this guy with more aggressive fish, not anything super peaceful, as he will go after them. Neon dotty backs, though, have so much coloration, beautiful electric, what looks like indigo coloring on the top, and a beautiful golden yellow, sunflower yellow color on the bottom and right on top of his head. These guys are super active, will hang out around the rocks, and don't get very big, so they can even go in smaller tanks as well. I have a soft spot for dotty backs, and I love them very much, and I hope you guys will come scoop some of them up so that you guys will love them too. So this cute little face that you're seeing right now is an adorable and absolutely stunning sunrise dotty back. I told you guys I have a dotty back obsession, so I try to keep multiple kinds in stock. And this is the first time that we've had a sunrise dotty back. They are a beautiful lavender colored with that nice bright yellow racing stripe from their mouths and chin all the way down their backs to their tail. Now, like I said, most dotty backs are going to be aggressive, although your sunrise dotty back is actually one of the less aggressive. It's one of the least aggressive dotty backs that you can have. So adding them into a tank is actually super easy to do. And like other dotty backs, they do stay small as well. And this cute little spot cinctus clown, they want to come out and say hello too. Hello, buddy. Hi, dotty back. Goodbye. So this is my beautiful mamacita. She has really grown on me. She has taken my heart and called it hers. She may or may not be coming home with me. Stay tuned.
So, I hope you enjoyed that. We're working on some new things for you for next week. We're going to get that peninsula up within the next 2 weeks. The guy's going to kill me because it hasn't been done yet. But anyway, God bless. Have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week.
I made a mess. I had an oopsie.
What happened?
The methylene blue bottle decided to lay down, and then all of its contents got on me and the floor. And now I'm gonna look like this for a long time because it doesn't come off.
Is it filming?
It has been.
Hi, it's Kevin. I've got a lot of cool stuff in to show you this week. I'm going to show you the highlights of what I think looks the best this week on freshwater fish. These guys are always just comical in their appearance. These are balloon mollies. Even the males look like they're pregnant on balloon mollies. They're just really, really cool fish for a community tank. And I'm botching this, so let's start it over. We got in some really cute balloon mollies. These are always very comical in their appearance. Even the males look like they're pregnant. Balloon mollies are just basically a different morph of the regular common molly. The balloon shape is a We got in some nice medium-sized firemouth Mickey. These are cool Oops.
What's up?
Done. I got mices. Just one? Yeah.
Make sure you get our secret coral elf. It's heading out the door. That's the coral fairy. That's the coral fairy. Bye, coral fairy. Or do you prefer elf? What's socially correct in your little realm of either? You're the coral goblin. That's stronger. That sounds better. That's the coral goblin. That's the broken finger. And Chase's new nickname is Woodford. That's Chase's new nickname, Woodford.
Why?
Because he clearly likes Woodford Reserve.
He was force-fed. Lots of Woodford Reserve.
If you want to hear Chase talk nonstop till he falls asleep, Woodford.